Okay, as usual, I'll be starting with a couple puzzles while we wait for people to join the simul. So welcome one and all. Feel free to join in while we work this out. Okay, starting with some easy ones. And of course, if anything's not working, feel free to let me know. Looks like I have a challenge or something. No, just a message. Good. Alright, so of course if you guys are watching right now and you want to join the simul, you can just go to the link that is on the description for the YouTube video, or go to the fan page on Lichess and click that join button, and I'll be accepting everybody in about less than 15 minutes. The last one was kind of funny because it kind of hinges on them not playing the obvious move, F takes, at least to get a clear solution. Alright, so Calvo's joining, and I'll accept it once we're a little bit closer. Actually, I'll just accept it now, but definitely don't leave the tab. If you leave the tab, you'll be kicked out of the simul and you'll have to rejoin, which of course I'll accept until 1700 local time, which is in about 12 minutes. Oh, they're gonna make me think one more move. What is it? It seems to go without saying that I should take the bishop. Then there's some shenanigans, maybe. No, I don't see why not take the bishop. No, this one, vengeance shall be mine, for sure, on h7. It's just a matter of move order. This one seems pretty unproblematic. Should definitely take this with check first. This one, I guess I'm just winning a piece. Beginning to look a lot like checkmate. Everywhere you go. I kind of want to tempt fate here and see, like, if I can make it. Tell me I'm wrong. Nope. Alright, how's the simul coming along? We've got Pop's Place again and Russian Bias. Welcome. I wonder how Russian Bias is 1500. Oh, and this time control. Gotcha. Always a pleasure to have Russian Bias join. It's a rare festivity. Could I even lose by playing King B1? Because I'm promoting with check and everything. Does it even matter? I guess if they could always check me back out again, like King B1, Rook B2, King A1, Rook A2, King B1, something like that. So I'll just go right here. This is funny, how this is gonna be mate now. Unusual mistakes. So far we have 3 for the simul. That's nice. Small simul so far. Winning some materials there. Maybe a rook here. Nerf Russians. It says, guess what I'll be eating? I have no doubt in my mind that you are eating either a hamburger or a lump of white rice. These are the only 2 things that I've ever observed Nerf Russians eating. And I'm fairly convinced that his entire diet is constituted of these 2 food items with a very high ratio of hamburger to white rice. So that's my final answer. Right now I'm at 26 for the puzzle thingy. So far so good. I feel like I should just take the bishop because, you know, that's life. This move wins at least a queen. This one looks like mate. Oh yeah, Nerf Russians, thanks for reminding me. I did see you eat chicken one time in all these years. Only once upon a diet. They're getting a queen fast, so I should probably get a queen faster. Oof, that one, okay. Does it even matter? I didn't really think about it. I guess so I can more easily capture the pawn down here. Well, anyway, it's a happy coincidence because we are starting in like 5 minutes anyway, so he'll probably not start a new one. We have Wombat Horse once again, who I think secured a draw last time, so that was nice. I don't remember. Maybe you'll do a 1 puzzle rush or something, or storm or whatever they call it. Fast puzzle. I will do a fast puzzle. Yes, the fastest puzzle you've ever seen. Just kidding. Not that fast. Excessive speeds. There's no time to even see if it makes sense. Just play the moves. They're forcing things. Where's my forcing thing? I'm in check, so I get out of check. Yes. Why would they ever play that move? Silly move. Silly, silly. It's almost like they're trying. They're just begging to lose their stuff. Pawn endgame? Question mark. Yes. Did I get that right or wrong? I feel kind of confused all of a sudden. Well, I should probably just take this and then take this, yeah. Always check. It might be mate. This move looks pretty winning, but looks can be deceiving. Alright, we're starting soon anyway, so I really don't mind. Gotta go this way. Chomp. It's because it's check. That's how that worked. Looks like the computer gods have taken pity on me by giving me a couple easy ones in a row. I could probably get away with something here with check. I should probably go get that rook. Oh shoot, I did not mean to do that. I thought they were doing something more logical. Whoops. It's okay. It's all for the better. All for the butter. Makes sense. New high score? No way. 42. That's alright. Alright, so Calvo rejoined. Nice. So right now we have a pretty small simul here at 1659. You know what, Nerf Russians? I'm mentioning all these foods that I've definitely seen you eat that I've forgotten about. You're just highlighting how it's been a very long time since we've seen each other, which we will fix very soon by playing a tournament. Okay, so we have Pops, Russian Bias, Wombat, Calvo. Let's see, who else is on the docket? Anybody else who wants to join in? I think Scorpion Skills was lurking. Potentially wanting to play. Okay. Krista Sackbar just in time. It is 1700. We have 5 people. I think I should begin before anyone drops out. Okay. Great. Good luck to one and all. Let me just make this look a little better before I play a move. Okay. Yes, we are repairing the error. Let's play a game. Oh, maybe auto next will help me here. All right, good luck, handshake. Good luck, handshake. Good luck, handshake. Good luck, handshake, and so on. Okay. I'm not gonna shake hands every move, so now let's make some things happen. Okay. Let's play a little gambit there. French from the wombat horse. Knight g5 is very tempting in the simul, but I will be respectful and play d3. Bishop d3 is an interesting choice. Some secret prep. Okay, now we are maybe in a win-or situation after e5. And I get a break. Oh man, it was very short. Too bad. No break for me. The classic rock, yes. No handshakes during the pandemic. We just fist bump. That's it. We have to make it as awkward as possible, being chess players. Okay, so now we're transposing into the regular Italian stuff. Okay. I think this is the part where I back it up. Yeah, why not? Interesting. Calvo is giving me an opportunity to double the pawns immediately on d5, which would afford some liberty, perhaps, to this bishop on d3. I'm not sure I really want. I don't know if I really even care to give such liberties. So I'll probably play a normal kind of move. Yeah, maybe this is a normal move. Actually, I prefer castling. I think that's the kind of normal that I want to be today. Okay, a5. a5's a move, I believe. How do I want to treat it? Thinking about a4. That could be a good choice for this game. Yeah, a4. Let's see. Okay, now we're in Gambit land with Russian bias. I think I'll go the very gambity route and offer some more pawns. Knight e7 is a little different from the winnower, but still, I sense no danger here. All right, I have to take that. I don't know if I want to go for bishop g5 and be a little ambitious, or play knight d2 and just do normal stuff here. Alright, Nerf Russians, good luck with your driving. I too occasionally play chess while driving, which I do not recommend to anyone. If you value your life, do not play chess while driving. Even thinking about puzzles while driving is probably a little bit too much risk for the biscuit. Alright, I'm going to try bishop g5. I think it makes some sense. d5 is kind of a feels good man kind of move. I can win my pawn back immediately if it behooves me. And it might. Alright, I gotta take my pieces back. So now white has spent 1, 2, 3 moves to trade pieces. Maybe -1 if you count me moving this bishop twice. And they moved this bishop twice to go from d3 to c4. So I feel kind of like tempo up. It would be quite unusual in my eyes if this position were better for white. So I'll just throw knight c6 and see what happens. Interesting choice to take with the knight. I guess trying to avoid bishop takes, pawn takes, and then knight e4 stuff. Well, I don't see why I shouldn't comply. Queen e7, interesting choice. In some universe, it could make sense. I think I'll just let me see, hold on, maybe I should think a little bit here. No, I'm good. No thinking necessary. Wait, maybe a little more thinking. Slightly more thinking. Alright. I can live with that. Unless there's some kind of amazing resource here for black, I feel pretty comfy about just kind of harassing. Just not letting them play the moves they want to play. Which could be like castling, maybe. Okay, so now we're in maybe true winnower territory. Let's see. Now that d3 is played, I feel pretty good about playing bishop g4, putting a pin. Okay, now regular Slav stuff. Nothing to see here. Alright, so these light square bishops might be coming off. At any rate, probably castling has to happen, so I'll just do that, you know, seems normal. Knight c6 was pretty predictable. Getting pieces out with tempo, you know, sounds good, so why not? This is a little edgy, but I feel pretty comfy developing my pieces and, you know, protecting my stuff. no problem with that. My great lead in development here leads me to want to do something frisky. So how will I frisk? How does one frisk in such positions? I would like to try risking for some biscuits here. Knight f5 is an interesting choice by black. I think this is even some kind of good move. It's possible. Theory, perhaps. Phoenix, no. Yes, I did pre-move the shower, as you can tell. Sorry you could not join the simul. I started it promptly at 5 because I didn't want anyone to get slowed down and you know how like it kicks you out after some minutes. I didn't want to let anybody get kicked out of the simul by accident. So sorry if that led to your exclusion. It was not intentional. I'm trying to recollect what I thought was good in this position in the past. I don't see anything wrong with this, so I'll just go for it. Rook e8 looks like a pretty natural move. But it also doesn't make any bold statement about what ought to be done in this position. So I also feel pretty comfortable doing some things. So what would I do? Let me see. To capitalize perhaps on this maybe slightly slow move. You know, I'm kind of silly for having this scene not switched. There we go. It only took me like 10 minutes to realize. Alright, now it should look good. Seeing as how this is a simul, I should probably not think forever on this move. So I feel inclined to just, you know, put a piece out there. Just say hello. Okay. in an ironic twist, I probably am not harassing white very much because my bishop is poorly placed all of a sudden. But the knight doesn't look fantastic either, so... Well, this is probably a simple kind of decision. Like, I don't want to give up the bishop without a fight, so give a check. Why not? I think usually e3 is included before bishop's queen c2, so there could be an opportunity here lurking. At the same time, I don't see anything wrong with just steering into normal situations. This seems right. Why not? Okay. So this is at least not a developing move for black so much. So I feel kind of obligated to play bishop a4 and simultaneously not so unhappy with it. Sometimes you have to crack some eggs to make an omelet or something like that. Okay, now I think it's time to take on c4. Someone got a good position like that against me last week, but I feel okay about that. I can still navigate that situation. Rook d also looks pretty natural, but I'm not sure what it accomplishes at the same time. Maybe I'm just naive, but I feel pretty okay with everything here so far. I have two plans going here. One of my plans was to play d4 that I'd been arranging for the last couple of moves. And another plan is to play knight e3 and try to put it on a better square. I kind of like d4 right now. This is more or less how I expected this to go, so I'm pretty pleased at the moment. Okay, yeah, I think I can just take back. Looks good. Okay, so now I'm tempted to play b5 to solidify my pawn, and if they play knight e5, I could take, and play knight d5, and that's probably okay. So let's see if I can solidify this fast enough. Sort of a challenge to myself at the moment in that position. This is getting very sharp very fast, and I don't mind. I think this is a-okay. I like that I might be able to attack the queen at some point on d5. Nothing seems bad about that at all. I have an interesting idea. It might be a little dicey, but I don't think I really mind. Besides, it makes things interesting. Keeps it spicy. Okay. I still feel like much ahead in tempo in that position. This is what I expected black to do. It makes sense to try to utilize this moment to solidify the knight on f5. But I also think the knight on f5 is unstable for other reasons. This is probably the most logical square for the queen, but I did have other options, and it'll be interesting to see later on what the situation was with those. King h1 looks very, very dangerous. I think I'm winning right away, in fact. And somebody gave a follow. They have a lot of El Scavonzium. Requesting an analysis at the Hampa Algair gambit. Off the top of my head, I don't even know that gambit, so I'm inclined to look it up at the very least. and that could be interesting. I wonder if you've seen my other analysis / refutations of some gambits on my YouTube channel. One of them, some viewers said, is similar to a few different gambits, and I'm definitely interested in checking it out. So I'll look it up after the stream, and you might see some content from me in the future about it. So thanks for the request. Okay, so where's the win? I think I might need to get more pieces involved to get a direct win. I think I'll start by improving my bishop. Bishop b4 is active. Makes sense to me. But I also like my position, even though black has a little bit of activity. Okay, let's just add spice, shall we? This looks spicy. Queen b3. I do like spice. Okay. Queen a5. Also not an unpredictable move. Makes a lot of sense. Put some pressure on c3. Yeah. Cheers, Elskavone. Putting pressure on c3 also indirectly puts pressure on d4. So this is more like a dark square pressure in general. And I could deal with it in various ways, I think. I don't see why I shouldn't play something simple, though. I think this move makes sense. Alright, so Russian Bias is completing his development with bishop g7. And maybe preparing to castle. But I think I can at least pose some irritation to him by castling myself. And castling looks good for multiple reasons, so I might just do it. The consequence, of course, is that this requires a bit of sacrificing, but I think it might even be more sacrificing than I'm willing to do. Yeah, maybe not today. In some universe, it's only a tempo. It's only a pawn for a tempo. So maybe it makes some sense. Okay, I want to just have an adventure in my life. I think castling is going to do that for me. But is it too spicy? Yeah, let's just make things interesting. A3, not a very scary move in a position like this. I think this is what the recipe would call for, bishop b7. And I think this is mate. Alright, good game against Calvo. Hetch 6, not unexpected, maybe trying to break the pin here. If I take and queen takes back, probably black is, you know, feeling comfy. And I don't want them to feel comfy. I want them to feel, at the very least, mildly irritated and inconvenienced. So I might do something spicy. How to add spice. Well, even bishop takes f6 might add spice. I kind of don't mind making things complicated, so we can do that. Now, last time a position just like this didn't go very well for me, so I'm deliberating what I thought I should do to improve. I did have some ideas. I'm drawing a blank now that the clock's running. Oh, I think I remember now. Okay, I think I can play this move now or later. Probably only analysis will tell. Bishop g4 was a predictable move. I was pretty confident that this was going to happen. And I am prepared to deal with the consequences. More sacrificing. And here also more sacrificing. You know, let the sacrifices just roll. There will be many sacrifices in life. Starting now. Okay, e4 is getting a lot of space, but this attack on c6 is not really happening anymore. So, it doesn't look too dangerous for me to just go ahead and play a6. Yeah, sure. g6 is very solid. Rock solid. It makes me just want to destroy that carefully crafted pawn structure, you know? Just really stick it to the man and say, hey, your pawn structure's not that great. How do you like them apples? Yeah, something like that. So it begins. f6 looks like a great place to be a piece. But it's a little inaccessible, a little difficult. But never say never. That's what they say. Well, I have 4 games I need to play here, so I probably should be a little bit more lickety-split about this one. I see a great opportunity to shake things up, so I will. This is not unexpected, you know, this is part of the sacrifice. Standard fare in sacrifice world. And I think what I was hoping to accomplish here was to activate all my pieces. And I feel pretty active here. Yeah, nice and active. Cozy even. Okay, now before white can cement my weakness on some colors, I'm going to break with c5. I think that I've successfully executed this plan. But looks can be deceiving. Okay, now what I have not decided here is how I'm going to continue after my sacrifice. I think there's a rule about attacking or something that you should like never ever let your opponent castle. So I'm gonna block with the bishop. Try to, you know, play by the rules. Or something. Now we get to play the game where we ask, whose pawn structure is it anyway? All these pawns are probably going to get blown up, you know, all over the place. There's a lot of arrows. Okay, so they're activating the rook, but I get to fix my pawn structure. That feels fair. Okay, queen goes on a good square, gets a big pat on the back. But I wonder if I can't muddy the waters here. I do kind of like my position. The threat here is obviously bishop c3. So I might have to just deal with that by playing actively. Assuming, of course, that that actually helps. Well, here goes nothing. A3. And here I'm winning a pawn, but at what grisly price is the question. But to me, it doesn't feel too grisly or too pricey to snag this pawn, and so I will. Even though, you know, good judgment says, your pawns are going to be weak, what are you doing? But, I don't know, I just don't really care. I feel like I can deal with my problems. And who's going to deal with my problems if not me, right? So I may as well. But another way to play this position is not to grab material. And I think that deserves some thought. Alright, I'm going to just mess it up. I think that's fine. Alright, so here comes queen e5, which is certainly a move. Yet I do not feel endangered by this move. I could see myself making some mistakes, like maybe weakening my king or something, but I can also more or less calmly improve the position, I think. Down material, but loving it, that kind of thing. I wonder what's going on here. I got options. So right now I have 2 pawns for a piece. Is that right? 4, 5. I have 1 pawn for a piece. I feel pretty safe playing f4, actually. It looks a little edgy, but it seems okay to me. Alright, so the queen goes on c4, naturally, trying to keep some semblance of pressure going here. And if I want to really be playing an attacking game here, I have to keep the pressure up. Okay, I think the way to keep the pressure has to be this move, so I'll just go ahead with that. E5, not even bothering to take back on d4 is interesting. I did not think that would make sense. For instance, maybe here I could just throw the move d3 in and keep my extra material and just, you know, don't worry, be happy with the whole rest of the situation here. I kind of feel like I should just do that. Like if I take on c3 and let them take on f6, that's probably too much counterplay. Yeah, let's just go for it. Knight c6 is logical, you know, finish that development. Can't blame him. But how are you going to get that pawn back? That's my question for you. That's your homework. I have a couple enticing options here. Hard to choose among good options. I think I'll do the one that I find the most interesting, because chess is a game and it's fun. So, okay, now I need to not lose my knight. That would be really fantastic. Yeah, no losing knights. It's not allowed. Unless we agree on it ahead of time. Unless we shake hands. I think there's just nothing that this guy wants more in the world than to put a piece right here. So I should just make sure that never happens, probably. But I have some kind of weird, fun ideas. It might be too weird, too fun, so I think I'm going to hold back on ideas like knight g4. Yeatermaster, welcome. Stream's going pretty well. Weather's nice here. Good to be inside playing chess and not doing something else. Hope all's well for you. One move I'm definitely not playing is knight d5, because I feel like knight d5 allows a piece to land on d6 too easily. I'm not sure how much I really want to put my knight on h5, but that is also like a really interesting possibility. I think I like the knight on c3, so I'll get rid of it. It looks pretty good. But maybe it's also difficult to place it. I'm sort of torn about, like, is the knight good where it is? Because it has active possibilities in the future, or is it like too difficult to realize those active possibilities and therefore I should let it lie? See this bishop, it's gonna be a bishop for the entire game. Bishops are pretty good. So I kind of just want to get rid of it. I'm also in time pressure a little bit. with 4 games going, so maybe I'll just quickly move. Alright, I like this one after all. Alright, taking back a piece is strictly necessary. I think I'm winning back my material now. Feels good, man. Maybe even doing better than winning back material. That looks pretty good. I take my pieces back. This is a tricky moment to decide something. Like, what role will my pieces play in the future? Well, I think I might have made my bed, so I should sleep in it. You know what? I want to see some active pieces in my life. That might be the true destiny of my forces. I don't know. Tricky to say what should be done. Alright, I'm going to do this one. Looks active, looks nice. I want to play something active. It might be tempting to take on e4, but this is also hanging, so gotta be careful. Alright, here's another interesting idea. This move might be preparing something like b3. I'm not really sure. But I am sure that I can throw a monkey wrench in that whole operation. Or some other kind of wrench, I'm not too picky. By playing queen b7. Alright, they're going all in, saying, I don't care, I'm losing that knight, That's okay. Well, I like my position here. And for the first time since the beginning, I have a little tiny break. It's not my move anywhere. So I'll just relish this moment. Not everyone likes relish, but I do, so I'll relish this situation. Feels good. All the pieces on good squares. Calvin, who played the simul earlier, messaged me, but I think he doesn't realize I'm still playing. Oh, there's a check. I should probably just get out of check. Yes. Knight e1, okay. Makes sense, honestly. I thought he would play knight h4 and that I'd be able to pose some problems that way, but it's not over. Got ourselves a real position here. Yeehaw. I rather like my position after knight c5, so I'll probably just go for it. Alright. Hopefully this will illustrate my idea and not backfire horribly. What's going on here? Can I not just take this knight? Can I not just give checkmate? I think I can do both of those things. It's not check, so I'll just give a mate. Alright, good game, Krista Sekbar. And I should go check on my other games. Maybe I'll check on Wombat Horse. It's been a minute. We have a fine situation here. I'm up a pawn. My pawn structure is crap. That's fine. If I can get quadruple pawns, I'll be glad. Just need to finish my development, I guess. Okay, queen e3. Makes sense. It prevents me from playing knight b3 directly. But queen e3 is a little bit of a concession as well, because you can't put other pieces on e3 now without invoking the wrath of me. Alright, and I still get my knight on b3, so I feel pretty cozy here all of a sudden. And I kind of like b3, you know? It's a nice place to move in, settle down. Start a good position. Okay. So we know what's up at Pop's place. Maybe check on Russian bias. It says he left the game and I can claim victory. He's driving, so I feel kind of honor-bound not to claim the victory. I'm sure he'll be back. He's probably just going through a bad Wi-Fi spot. A rough time in his internet life. This move seems kind of scrumptious. I have multiple good options. Wombat Horse is trying to drown me in good options. I'm just swimming in them. Great things to do. Um, yeah, I think this is okay. I'll just do it. Strike while the burger is hot, or something like that. I think that's how the phrase goes. Pop's place is still thinking this one over, understandably. Position's complicated. I only am up one pawn, but the pawn is very good. I haven't finished development, but I feel no obligation to. Queen e1 is an interesting option. I know I say that a lot, but I didn't really think I would see this move. Therefore, find it a little interesting, but it makes sense because now you can maybe put something on e3. And why not? e3 is a lovely square. Okay, so now their rook is active, but their pawn on b6 is also not very good. I'll just get rid of this pawn because it's weak. I think that makes sense too. Oh, I just realized that this exchange also activates Black's bishop, so maybe I should have been a little more careful going into this. But I don't mind my present situation whatsoever. Everything feels fine. Everything's fine. By the way, I just got this shirt. It's a me shirt, and if you guys want a me shirt, you can order it at my merch store, and I'll try to share a link there. This will work on Twitch. That's a link to my thing. I hope you like it. Stream Elements, Chess Coach Robert. So you too can have a t-shirt representative of that common bond we all share as chess players. Okay, so speaking of bonds and chess players, maybe I should make a good move here. I see nothing wrong with activating my rook. That feels right. I feel like I have so many good options. I have outstanding moves here. I like e6, I like queen b5. I've got just different things that make lots of sense. Queen h5. In the interest of not losing on time, I should probably just choose one and see where it goes. Which one looks not that complicated? They all look kind of slightly complicated. Alright, I think queen b5 makes the most sense in the whole world. Yeah, no move has ever made more sense than that. Okay, let's see. How's Russian bias? Still Russian, still biased. It still says he's left the game. I think I would rather let him run out of time than claim a time victory against him in a simul. Just in the interest of my own sanity, I will not be adding any time for Russian bias. In fact, I wonder if you can even add time in a simul. I don't see the buttons to do so. By the way, anyone who's watching who has not yet joined the Discord, feel free to join the Discord. I think my Discord command still has a good link. If it doesn't, just leave a comment on the YouTube video or something and I will get back to you. Okay, so he's made a move. Good for George. Good old boy George. Hold on, I should be slightly prudent here. Alright. I think this is okay. I hope it's okay. It might be okay. Is it okay? I don't know. I might not have a lot to work with once all the pieces are traded here, so maybe it's good to avoid. No better way to avoid than to be hyper ultra aggressive about the whole thing. Not your regular run-of-the-mill passive aggressive, no. Ultra aggressive. Pure unadulterated anger. I mean, good moves. Let's see. I could just post up and drank, you know, like take and then play d2. That looks pretty nice. But h4 speaks to me on a level that says, Coach Robert, I don't know what to do. So I feel like castling, just getting more pieces into the game, makes more sense than anything super calculation heavy. h5 doesn't lose a piece. It also doesn't take advantage of the possibility of taking on b2. But honestly, I'm fine with all that. The whole reason I chose the sequence that I did, that I started a few moves ago, maybe more than a few, right here, my aim is to sacrifice a few pawns to prevent black from castling. And to that effect, I've succeeded, but now I don't have very much time to figure out how to capitalize on that. So I'm going to switch over here real quick, survey the wreckage, and play knight takes d5. Which is, of course, a great move, an outstanding move. Alright, I don't want to play a move that's soft here. I think something hard-hitting and strong is important. Some kind of challenging move. Otherwise, I'm just wasting George's time. And we know George's time is very valuable. Okay. So now all my pieces are quite active. Feels good. If I take on e3, he'll probably take with the queen, because that makes a lot of sense. So I think I would like to provoke a response to an attack on e5. Some kind of favorable response. That looks okay to me. Let's go examine this game a little bit more. Alright, King f8 is actually like a very reasonable move. The reasonable aspect of it is that knight f6 was going to be a double attack, but the problem with this move is that it runs into bishop h6. You know, there's no good rebuttal to this move, as far as I can tell. Because the king can only go back, and we know that's bad for reasons just stated. So it'll probably block with the rook, which also doesn't look good. It looks like a position where I just start searching for a win. So, coming back to this game. Russian bias is quite strong in the bullets, by the way. So I think that even though he's in some quote-unquote time pressure, he will come out just fine. I kind of want to get a free rook here. I think that would be really cool. I doubt any tragedy could truly befall me if I played knight f6. It looks perfectly good. If any tragedy were to befall me, it would likely come in the form of an attack on my king. But I also don't feel any real danger to that effect after, for instance, this move. Alright, that's a check. I should get out of check. Taking a pawn. Does that really do anything, though? It looks kind of like I'm just winning material here. So I think Pops is just struggling with a lack of space here. Yeah, here I should be fine. I can just take on e3 and then just roll out. Or I could redeploy this knight. Or both. I feel like I have a lot of good options here. Yeah, I'll take this one. Queen e6 is not unexpected. It makes a lot of sense. I was gonna just protect my stuff, like play f4. even that might not really be necessary. Yeah, I think I'll just castle. Queen b2 makes sense. Get them while they're hot. Here I think I can take on e7 more or less safely. But I think I would rather just take on e4. Downside of taking on e4, though, is that he can start checking my king, which is not allowed. You're not allowed to check the coach's king. That's a rule. Okay, so they preferred the knight, understandably. Maybe it was even not very smart for me to undertake this transformation of the position. It might be reducing things a little too much. Okay, that's a tactic. Which I had actually seen earlier, and I think just because I'm trying to move a little fast, I might have missed it again. But I also kind of don't mind at the same time. I think I decided that I didn't care, and then I forgot about it. Oh, did I do something dumb? Or am I, like, doing okay? Yeah, I did something dumb. Go figure. I missed more tactics, I think. Yeah, I missed a tactic, it looks like. Some simple stuff. I think I'll keep my bishop. And keep queens on. I think that looks all very nice. But this position with no queens might also be even nicer. Actually, I kind of like this position with no queens. Yeah, there's the tactic, as advertised. I guess I have to do that. Now I think I'm winning, but it's a little hard to say for the moment. First of all, I think black can't easily move any of their pieces, and that is nice. I think I'll just take some stuff now. Hold on. Yeah, I think this is good enough. All right, let's check, and we all know what that means, right? Means I have to move my king. I don't really want to do that though. This is probably my best bet for counterplay. This position looks nice. I'm up a piece now. Alright, Russian bias ain't no slouch. Bishop d4 is kind of a trap. This position's very bad. So I'm kind of just going for counterplay. Whatever I can get. Yeah, I missed my tactic. Too bad, so sad. Wait. Maybe just don't lose a piece. I need to keep my king active, so going to the center makes sense. b4 presents me with more targets, so I kind of like that for myself. Gimme. Knight e5 is very greedy, and I appreciate that. I will first give a check. Yes. Works. This position's kind of not good. All my words for this position are not nice words. Yeah, I think this is probably a resignable position. I don't have anything here. May as well play it out just so you guys can see, though. I don't know, it's pretty depressing. I think I'll just resign. Alright, good game, Russian bias. Now I think I win the queen, which I like. And here I'm going to activate my rook, which I also like. Well, maybe I should just cripple the pawn structure and then take the rook. I mean, and then develop the rook. Yeah, that seems principled. Foiled again by Mr. George. But I am looking forward to seeing George in the near future at a chess tournament, so you guys can also look forward to seeing some content that will likely result from me playing that tournament. Perhaps even featuring George. We'll see. I'm getting a million weird phone calls. No more. This should do the trick. Just get out of check by, get out of the danger by giving a check. Let's get behind the pawn with tempo. Yeah, I think I should probably not allow any back rank threats before I go for that. What I was thinking here was queen e2. Just don't lose a knight or anything. But I can also attack the rook. I have lots of good options here. I can play queen f7 and just sack everything for the win. I do like the clarity that arises from getting rid of all these pawns, so I think I'm gonna just do that. Okay, now the rook is defending the pawn, but it's not able to really do anything else, so I really like this situation for me. I will probably go corral the pawn now. Alright. Take this with check. I think their options are very restricted. I say no to the rook entering on d7. That's definitely not happening. You're not allowed. Throw some checks. Okay, everybody should be coming off now. After bishop b2, all the pieces will come off, and I should get a queen. This is with check, which is part of why I'm so sure that things are going to go my way. That's an outpost square, good place for a bishop. Or any piece, really, except a pawn. They can figure out what to do about that. They could get a stalemate if I do some really silly stuff, but I don't plan to. I don't see anything wrong with doing some garbage collection here. So I can start rolling that pawn. The bullet chess way of finishing this would be to just take on g3 and win like that, but I kind of like where I am in the world at this very moment, forcing some weaknesses, taking no quarter, something. Okay, now I can win a piece, I think. It's tactics time. Yeah, I think this move wins a piece. This move doesn't really do much because they can't afford to trade pieces. So here I could play rook a4 and just add insult to injury. Rook e4 keeps some hope alive for them, but after rook e4, rook a6, rook e3, they're also losing the g-pawn. So they'll probably get mated, which sort of appeals to me aesthetically, so I might just go for it. But I also like leaving this weak pawn on e4 forever. Like, you'll just never, ever escape your doom. But getting a queen's easy, so maybe just to, speed things along. Maybe we'll see this position in my upcoming book, How to Win Up a Piece. How to Win Up a Bishop. I'm only half kidding. I will possibly write a book with such facetious titles that will prevent it from ever being published. Alright, so rook e2 is admitting failure, more or less. I can win the e-pawn now by playing rook a3, if I really want to. I have to move my rook at some point anyway, so I may as well. My king is safely castled. Wombat horses. Let's see how many queens you're gonna checkmate me with. Ha! You think I'll get queens? Let's see. But now that you mention it, we could make a pony ride out of this. Make a lot of knights. But I feel like that's a little much after such a long game and also a good game. I probably should not do such things. Good game, Pups Place. Just keep checking. That's what I learned in beginner class. The way that you win a chess game is by giving lots of checks. And eventually your opponent will get tired and resign. Although perhaps not this wombat. This wombat never gets tired. Alright, good game. Oh, and the sign was complete. So, yeah, nice games. I think I could have really had something there against Russian bias. But I also did play something kind of fast and loose and maybe not entirely correct. Not like this was preparation or anything. But I thought since he always plays something very slow in the Dutch that maybe I could afford to be adventurous. Here I gave them a few moves in a row to complete their development, but now they can't castle. In this position, I wonder what the engine evaluation is. Probably winning for black. Yeah, it says winning for black. Makes sense. Maybe it's just a little too adventurous, but it makes sense to try things like that in a simul, in my opinion. Alright. So, yes, good students not resigning. Alright, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and you can look forward to more content coming up. A couple things. First of all, I had some requests for lessons about tactics, so I will do something about that, probably on Sunday. Nerf Russians, also known as George, also known as Russian Bias, says that he likes when people try adventurous stuff against the Dutch. And yeah, I can see that. I only play d4 against you because I know that we can have some funny games in the Dutch. I probably will not be playing d4 in this upcoming tournament, but who knows? I could always switch if I feel like it. Yeah, I also am probably going to show some content from the last tournament and this upcoming tournament. I just need to edit some footage, and since I never really do that, I'll probably have to lean on other people for it, and that might take time. So you guys can look forward to that, and also another simul in the near future. Probably not next week though, maybe 2 weeks from now. Until then, I bid you adieu, and good luck with your chess. Take care.